As of when I'm uploading this video, it will be the official day of the mob vote, meaning that you can now choose which mob you would like to be added to Minecraft. Ever since the Sniffers reveal, I have been collecting every single drop of information I could find officially about this mob. Today I'm going to be telling you 5 massive details you most likely missed about the Sniffer. This is by far the most in-depth mob, potentially in all of Minecraft. So I will be sure to put some timestamps down below in the description so you can skip through to the parts you're interested in. Let me know anything I missed in this video, drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and let's dive right into things. Let's start by talking about the nature of the Sniffer. What is this mob like and how does it act in game? There was actually some very subtle hints given to this in the Sniffers reveal trailer. I saw a lot of people actually miss over this, but when you look at the Sniffer, you can see when it stands up to greet what we assume is its parent, it actually does stumble down a few times before actually lying down on the ground. From this we can assume that the Sniffer is quite derpy. Although it tries to stand up after digging in the ground, it does fall down a little bit with its legs just falling to the side. This does imply a few things. Number one, this Sniffer just could be quite tired. It is standing up but it keeps falling down just to lie on the ground. That shell on its back does look quite heavy, so maybe that has a part to play. It definitely looks like the Sniffer is quite idle by nature. Some people were actually curious if this mob will be hostile or a bit like a polar bear where it comes after you if you go near a baby Sniffer. Based upon the details we've been shown, I think this will actually be very passive and very idle. I think that most of the time when you see a Sniffer, it will just be laying on the ground. When we get a look at the adult Sniffer though, it does not actually look as derpy. It seems like with age it matures and grows a bit more stable and steady on its feet. So maybe this is something unique to the baby Sniffers, but at the moment that is all we know about the derpy nature of the Sniffer. Let's now move on to my favourite piece of information personally, which is about the Sniffer's personality. This information was actually revealed by Lady Agnes, and it does reveal a ton of things that we did not know. Lady Agnes, who obviously is employed by Mojang, did tweet out this saying, "Sniffer, I find it real interesting that it's extinct, but as players we can make it happy in our worlds again. It feels like it has a lot of nostalgia, maybe even some sadness in its character. What do you all think about it?" Now this is absolutely incredible and fascinating to me because we do know, and it was confirmed by Mojang, that this is a mob that existed millions of years ago in the world of Minecraft, but over time it did go extinct. With our help actually seeking out the eggs of the Sniffer, which we'll talk about later, we can bring this mob back to the overworld. However, we do know that this extinction did have a negative effect on this mob, and it really quite upset it actually. Lady Agnes did confirm that it's got a bit of nostalgia to the past. It thinks about it with happiness and it wants to go back to those old times. Because of this, it also has a bit of underlying sadness that it may struggle to shake off. That could be why they're also quite idle, they're quite derpy, they're just lost in thought in their mind about the past and they're sad about what they actually lost. This is actually very surprisingly heartbreaking and actually upsetting for Minecraft. We've never got this much in-depth information about a mob in Minecraft. For example, we do not really know the personality of a creeper. However, the Sniffer has got so much lore to it and it's got so much backstory that I would say we actually know more about this mob than any other in Minecraft. Now let's move on to one of the biggest questions I've seen asked about this mob. Where can you find it, and will you actually be able to breed Sniffers to get new baby Sniffers? And from the information we've actually been provided, this seems like it will not be the case. For example, on Minecraft.net they did actually release an article where within it does say, "Revive the species and help it thrive once more. All you have to do is search chests underwater ruins for Sniffer eggs, bring them to the surface and help them hatch." Because of this, we do know that Sniffers can only be found by finding the egg and bringing it to the surface. Some people say that despite this, if you bring 2 sniffer eggs to the surface, hatch them both, and then you can breed them, you will be able to then get more sniffers. But at least from the information we've been provided, it does seem that they will exclusively only be found in these eggs. This would also make a lot of sense because we do know that the sniffer did actually exist a long time ago but did go extinct. It would make a lot of sense if you would not be able to breed them on land, because why could this not have happened millions of years ago for the sniffer to never go extinct? I think Mojang will make it exclusive to these eggs so that you can only find sniffers from these eggs from underground chests. I also find it very interesting that these eggs can only be found in chests of underwater ruins. We've already got these in Minecraft and these structures are definitely very unique, so I wonder how these eggs got there and why they're just trapped there. Nextly, we do know that this mob is very passive. This is very similar to the first point about it being derpy by nature, how it stands up and falls down, but if we look at this mob, we can gather that it will not be hostile in any way, shape or form to any other living thing in Minecraft, and that it will just sit there, as we talked about earlier, in its own head, being very nostalgic and thinking about the past. All we have to do to get this information is look at the mob itself. It does appear that on its shell it's almost got some kind of a camouflage which looks a bit like leaves. The fact it also lies down on its stomach with its shell protecting it, we can gather that this mob is very defensive. It will not be hostile to anything and it will just sit there passively digging up seeds. This does also confirm that it only eats plants and vegetation, so it has no reason to attack any other mob in Minecraft. Like wolves attack sheep, the sniffer has no reason to go after any other mob in Minecraft. Also, we do know that most of the time its head will most likely be underground in the dirt, because it actually uses its beak to actually dig down into the dirt and pick up seeds. So I think that there's no concerns about this mob being aggressive. I think it will be very friendly. And finally, there has been evidence talked about by many people right now that the sniffer has been in the game this entire time. This was tweeted out by Echo Soldier, who did say it just makes sense. This was in response to someone saying that the fossils that we actually have in Minecraft right now and for this entire time are actually sniffer fossils. This makes sense, and obviously the fossils are a lot bigger than the sniffers, but maybe this could be a hint to the past and how big they used to be, how giant they could grow. And to be honest, I do like to believe this, and I do hope that this is actually why Mojang added these fossils to the game. And I would love it so much if maybe in an archaeology update Mojang would confirm that these ancient fossils are the relatives of these sniffers. But that is it for this video, guys. Let me know which of these points you may have heard about before this video, and drop some new ones down below in the comments if you have any more information. As I said, I'm recording this the day before the mob vote, and I'm going to upload it on October the 14th. I wish I made this video a bit earlier so people would have more time to watch it before the mob vote, but I just really wanted to get this video out there. In case you're curious why I've not done a similar video for the Rascal or the Tough Golem, unfortunately it is because there's no interesting information about these mobs. So drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for daily Minecraft content. I hope you are excited for Minecraft Live 2022, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.